Hey everybody, before we get into today's episode, here's something cool. Debloat by Lumo is a clean, effective supplement designed to support digestion and relieve bloating quickly. It works by breaking down carbs, fats, and proteins into smaller, more digestible pieces so your body can absorb nutrients better. And with only 4 food-based ingredients, it keeps things simple and clean.
Check it out at trylumo.co and use the code INFOONTHEGO for 15% off. You can find the link in the show notes. Feeling overwhelmed by life's challenges? At Salt River Therapy, their therapists provide you with a safe, affirming space to heal and grow.
Salt River Therapy Practice offers compassionate, quality therapy for individuals and couples, both in person in Brooklyn and virtually throughout New York and New Jersey. Salt River Therapy specializes in anxiety, grief, low self esteem, identity issues, trauma, relationship challenges, and more. They accept most New York Aetna plans and have a sliding scale rates available.
Ready to prioritize your mental health? Schedule a free consultation today at saltrivertherapy.com. That's saltrivertherapy.com. Let Salt River Therapy support you on your journey to well-being. Hi, I'm William,
And I'm Kat,
and that makes this info on the go.
answering questions you want to know.
So, Kat, do you know what was the third state to ratify the United States Constitution?
Well, let's see. Is it located in both the mid Atlantic and northeastern regions of the United States? Is it known as the Garden State? Or was it once the nation's capital?
You could have just read the title of the show instead of showing off.
New Jersey, here on Info on the Go. On December 18th, 1787, New Jersey became the third state to ratify the United States Constitution, and its capital is Trenton. Just in case we skip over that, remember Delaware?
Yes, I do remember Delaware. All right, so let's go way back in time. The collision between the North American and the African tectonic plates gave rise to the Appalachian Mountains. We should really do one on the Appalachian Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Approximately 18,000 years ago, during the Ice Age, glaciers extended into what is now New Jersey.
As these glaciers retreated, they left behind geological features such as Lake Passaic, as well as rivers, meadows, swamps, and gorges.
Human habitation in New Jersey dates back to the 6th millennia BC, beginning with Native American peoples, mostly, notably, the Lenape tribe. We've mentioned them in every state that we've done so far.
Right. I
I,
definitely think that's a show idea.
I would agree. I don't, and I'll put that on the list because, like I said, they've been in every state that we've mentioned so far.
Right. And they lived as several autonomous groups practicing maize agriculture to supplement hunting and gathering in the areas surrounding the Delaware River, the lower Hudson River, and western Long Island Sound.
These clans were grouped into 3 distinct groups identified by animal symbols. So you had the turtle, the turkey, and the wolf. The Lenape first encountered Dutch settlers in the early 17th century, establishing their primary interactions through fur trade, which later extended to other European settlements. And I imagine they were trading other things too, like diseases, which would probably go on and kill off a great population, like
Uh,
smallpox.
mm,
Yeah.
Bad white people. Excuse me. The Lenape people who thrived through hunting, fishing, and farming. The Lenape lived in a matrilineal society and developed sophisticated trading networks with other indigenous peoples.
A matrilineal society is a society where lineage, inheritance, and social identity are traced through the mother's side of the family.
A person is considered to belong to their mother's family. That also means they're considered to belong to their grandmother, great grandmother, and so on.
I guess like now, here in the United States, especially when people get married, they usually take on the man's name, and I'm assuming in that society it would be taking on the the mother's name.
Right. I believe so. I believe that's
Okay.
how that's working.
Yeah, I know they kind of trace their lineage back, but I'm assuming that's how that works.
Right.
European exploration began with Henry Hudson, and we mentioned him in our Delaware episode. Um, By the early 17th century, the Dutch and Swedish had established settlements along the Delaware River and in parts of present-day northern New Jersey.
These early settlements were later incorporated into the Dutch colony of the New Netherland.
In 1664, the not Englished, in 1664, the English seized control and the land was granted to Sir George Carteret and Lord John Berkeley, who divided it into East and West Jersey. This division fostered political and economic experiments, attracting diverse settlers, including Quakers, Scots, and Dutch.
By 1702, East and West New Jersey, By 1702, East and West Jersey were united into a royal colony. During the American Revolution, New Jersey played a pivotal role as the crossroads of the Revolution. Its central location between New York and Philadelphia made it a strategic battleground.
George Washington's famous crossing of the Delaware River and the subsequent victories of Trenton and Princeton uh, boasted American morale and shifted the momentum of the war. Before this happened, you know, the colonists were basically losing a lot of the battles, and this famous crossing of the Delaware River solidified George Washington's place and gave great, it really, as it says right here, it boosted the morale of the colonists to actually
Keep
encourage them to,
fighting.
yeah, to go on and win the war.
Right. New Jersey was one of 13 colonies that revolted against British rule during the American Revolution. On July 2nd, 1776, the New Jersey Constitution of 1776 was adopted, just 2 days before the Second Continental Congress declared independence from Great Britain.
This constitution, enacted by the Provisional Congress, included a provision that the legislation would disband if reconciliation with Great Britain was achieved.
Among the 56 founding fathers who signed the Declaration of Independence, 5 represented New Jersey: Richard Stockton, John Witherspoon, Francis Hopkinson, John Hart, and Abraham Clark.
As a result, New Jersey is often called the crossroads of the American Revolution.
General George Washington twice established the Continental Army's winter quarters in Morristown, earning it the title the military capital of the American Revolution.
One of the most ionic moments of the Revolution occurred on the night of December 25th, the morning of December 26, 1776, when George Washington led the Continental Army across the Delaware River.
This daring move culminated in a surprise victory over the Hessian forces at the Battle of Trenton. Just over a week later, Washington's troops repelled British General Cornwallis's charge at the Second Battle of Trenton.
Invading Cornwallis, they launched a successful surprise attack on Princeton on January 3rd, 1777, securing another key victory. Emanuel Lutzwood's famous painting, George Washington Crossing the Delaware, immortalizes this event as a symbol of the Revolution.
Do you remember that painting in your history books?
I do. And, I'm sitting here thinking about it. As soon as I see it, I picture him standing at the bow of the boat with his hand back, the American flag in the back. Yeah.
Right. In June 1778, Washington's forces clashed with British troops under General Henry Clinton at the Battle of Monmouth. Though the engagement ended indecisively, the Continental Army demonstrated resilience, reorganizing after an initial retreat and holding their ground against British attacks.
During the summer of 1783, the Continental Congress convened at Nassau Hall in Princeton, making the city the nation's capital for 4 months. It was there the Congress received news of the Treaty of Paris, which officially ended the war. I have a factoid. So, Nassau in New Jersey was once the nation's capital.
Mm-hmm. New Jersey became the third state to ratify the United States Constitution on December 18, 1787. The document was widely supported in the state as it prevented New York and Pennsylvania from imposing tariffs on European goods entering New Jersey.
On November 20th, 1789, New Jersey became the first state to ratify the Bill of Rights.
Factoid. The 1776 New Jersey State Constitution initially granted voting rights to all inhabitants with sufficient wealth, including women and black individuals.
However, married women were excluded as they could not own property independently of their husbands. Accusations of electoral fraud involving unqualified women voters led to mockery of so-called petticoat electors and prompted both political sides to pass voting regulations.
In 1807, the state legislature reinterpreted the Constitution to restrict voting rights to white males, excluding paupers. Pauper was a poor person. This change reflected the evolving nature of suffrage in New Jersey, as the 1776 Constitution itself was a legislative act and not yet enshrined in a modern constitutional framework.
Here we go. Following independence, okay. Following independence, New Jersey embraced industrialization in cities including Paterson, Newark, and Camden, became hubs for manufacturing powered by its state's abundant waterways.
The innovation continued into the 19th and 20th centuries with figures like Thomas Edison establishing New Jersey as a center for technological advancement. At the same time, the state developed a robust transportation network.
With railroads and later the New Jersey Turnpike connecting its cities to the rest of the nation. Meanwhile, the Pine Barrens and coastal regions, including the Jersey Shore, offered a contrast to urbanization, attracting visitors, preserving natural beauty.
States, oh, when historians or sociologists describe New Jersey as a microcosm of the United States' social and economic changes, they mean that the state reflects many of the broader trends and transformations that have occurred across the country over time.
New Jersey's diversity is a key factor, as it has long been a melting pot of cultures, ethnicities, and religions, mirroring the nation's demographic makeup. So basically, micronism is a smaller version of something bigger. So like one state versus all the United States.
Right.
Okay.
The state is home to significant populations of immigrants and their descendants, ranging from early European settlers to more recent arrivals from Latin America, Asia, and Africa. Its urban centers, such as Newark, Paterson, and Jersey City, exemplify the rise of industrial cities, while post-World War II suburban expansion in areas like Bergen County parallels national trends in suburbanization.
Furthermore, New Jersey has played a vital role in social movements, including civil rights, labor rights, and struggles for equality, reflecting similar efforts across the United States.
Economically, New Jersey's trajectory has mirrored national patterns as well. During the Industrial Revolution, it became a hub of manufacturing and innovation, with cities like Camden, Trenton, and Newark contributing to the country's industrial boom. However, like much of the U.S., the state experienced deindustrialization in the mid 20th century, leading to economic challenges in its urban areas.
In response, New Jersey shifted to a service-based economy with sectors such as finance, pharmaceuticals, and technology taking the lead, echoing broader national economic changes.
As national as a transportation hub, the state also highlights America's reliance on highways, ports, and railroads for economic growth and mobility.
Culturally, New Jersey reflects the United States with its contributions to music such as Bruce Springsteen, sports, major stadiums, and historical sites that encapsulate the American experience.
That was excellent. The Great Migration brought African Americans to its cities, while waves of European immigrants enriched the state's cultural fabric. During World War II, New Jersey's shipyards and factories were integral to the war effort.
Post-war, suburbanization transformed its landscape with planned communities like Levittown, symbolizing the American dream. However, urban areas faced challenges of racial tension in the mid 20th century.
Efforts to revitalize cities like Newark and Camden have continued into the 21st century alongside growing concerns about environmental preservation and climate change.
Today, New Jersey is known for its diverse population, vibrant economy, and influential cultural contributions. From its role in shaping American history to its leadership in innovation and the arts, the state remains a vital part of the nation's story.
The population of New Jersey in 2024 was 9,500,851, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. This being an increase of 1.3% from the previous year and a new record for the state.
New Jersey is renowned for its beaches, rich history, and contributions to innovation. The state is named after the Isle of Jersey located off the coast of Normandy, France. Known as the Pathway of the Revolution, New Jersey was the site of over 100 battles during the American Revolution.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
AI can feel overwhelming, right?
Every day there's a shiny new tool, another hype, another headline. But where should you actually start? What's working for other businesses? And what types of AI really matter for your company?
That's exactly what we unpack on the Beginner's Guide to AI. Each episode blends insightful conversations with business leaders and easy to follow explainer episodes to help you navigate the AI landscape with confidence.
Tune in to Beginner's Guide to AI wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. I like that it's the pathway of the revolution. I like that.
Yeah, I do too. I think, Jersey Shore, but I think out of all the nicknames, the Garden State, I like this one better. Pathway of the Revolution.
Right. It's very, very much
Em-
noble, I guess, would
or
be a good word.
embroidered in the history of the United States.
Right, exactly.
Like it brings everything together.
Yes.
Okay.
It has also earned a reputation as a hub of innovation with inventions such as the light bulb, FM radio, and motion picture camera originating there. The Atlantic City Boardwalk, the first of its kind in the world, is another of the state's notable landmarks.
New Jersey holds a special place in history of basketball as the first professional game was played in Trenton in 1896. It is also a site of paleontology significance. The discovery of the duck-billed dinosaur in Haddis, Haddonfield in 1858 led to its designation as the official state dinosaur in 1991.
Thomas Edison, one of the greatest inventors in history, conducted groundbreaking work at his Menlo Park laboratory, where he developed the motion picture camera, phonograph, sound recordings, electric light bulb, and the nickel iron alkaline storage battery, which transformed the modern world.
He invented quite a good bit of stuff there. We should do one
Yeah.
on Thomas Edison and Bell Labs.
Yes.
Okay. Often referred to as the diner capital of the world, New Jersey. New Jersey is also known for its nicknames such as the Clam State, the Garden State, Jersey Shore. It has been home to many famous figures, including President Grover Cleveland, Bruce Springsteen, Judy Bloom, Bon Jovi, and Frank Sinatra. I did not know Frank Sinatra was from New Jersey.
Me either. I didn't know that about Bon Jovi either. New Jersey is a state full of unique and interesting facts, from historical firsts to cultural contributions and famous inventions. Known for its rich history and vibrant culture, New Jersey has played a significant role in shaping the nation in many ways.
New Jersey has been home to many groundbreaking events. The first ever intercollegiate football game took place in New Brunswick in 1869 between Rutgers and Princeton, making the beginning of college football as we know it today. Thank you, New Jersey.
Hoboken was the site of the first organized baseball game in 1846, making New Jersey a key player in the early history of America's favorite pastime, which we talked about in our baseball episode. But
Yeah.
it's pretty cool that it was also the um, like big game for basketball as well.
Yeah. I think New Jersey, I think basketball ball was invented in New Jersey. I'll have to look that up.
Right.
We need to do a whole episode on basketball anyway.
Right, but to know, and also to know that it started college football.
Yeah, well, as the playoffs, I guess, maybe. I
I
don't know.
suppose.
We have one for college football, so it'll come up again.
Fair enough.
The New Jersey State House, located in Trenton, is the second oldest state capitol building in continuous use, further highlighting the state's deep historical roots.
New Jersey has been a hub for invention and innovation. The modern submarine was developed and tested in the state, revolutionizing naval warfare, as well as cheerleading, which has since become a global phenomenon, began in Princeton in 1869. The state dance is square dancing, a lively and interactive folk tradition.
I would have never thought square dancing came out of New Jersey.
Me either.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. New Jersey takes pride in its symbols, with the common blue violet serving as the state flower and the honeybee as the official state bug. And check out our episode on honey. We need honeybees, right?
Absolutely. They're integral
Yes.
to our society, the honeybee. New Jersey is known as the diner capital of the world due to its large number of diners, which serve up classic American comfort food around the clock. The state also holds the record for having the most shopping malls in one area, making it a haven for retail lovers.
With its small size but high population, New Jersey is the most densely populated state in the U.S. despite its urbanization. It lives up to its nickname, the Garden State, as it produces over 100 different kinds of fruits and vegetables, making it a key.
From historic firsts to modern-day fame, New Jersey continues to be a state full of surprises, blending innovation, culture, and tradition in a way that makes it truly one of a kind.
New Jersey has the most horses per capita, with nearly 10 horses per 1,000 people. The United States equestrian team is headquartered in Gladstone, New Jersey. I'm sitting here trying to think 10 horses per 1,000 people. That is.
And there's 9 million people.
That's a lot of horses.
That is a lot of horses.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That is crazy. And New Jersey's really not that big of a state.
No. The properties in the United States version of the board game Monopoly are named after the streets of Atlantic City.
That should be a factoid too.
Factoid.
Yeah, we really need to record that sound. New Jersey is one of only 2 states, along with Oregon, where self-service filling of gasoline is prohibited. Man, I don't think you probably don't remember being able to pull up to a gas station and have somebody pump your gas.
No, but it sounds really nice for them cold days.
When I was a little kid, there was one, and I remember it, but I mean, it wasn't when I was driving or anything.
Right.
It was going by then.
Dang. New Jersey has 130 miles of coastline on the Atlantic Ocean.
New Jersey is home to more than 9,900 farms covering 750,000 acres of farmland. That's a lot of farms.
Crazy. So it has 9 million people and 9,900 farms?
Yeah. 750,000 acres of farmland. That's a lot.
That is a lot. And New Jersey ranks
3rd in cranberry production,
3rd in spinach production,
3rd in bell pepper production,
and 3rd in peach production.
And the state that ranks number 1 in peach production is
California.
All right. This one was very interesting. I learned a lot about New Jersey that I didn't know.
Me too. I never really looked into New Jersey, though.
Yeah,
not until this.
I would agree with that. I never really thought much about New Jersey.
No, but it really is rich in history and all kinds of other things.
Like I said, it was vital for the Revolutionary War.
Absolutely. Very big turning point there.
Yeah. And a lot of rich history. So that's all I got.
It. Yeah. William, I want to thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you.
Join the Facebook group and Info on the Go.
Share with us your show ideas.
Or ask us a question.
Subscribe and follow us wherever you get your podcast.
Send us a text using the link in the show notes. Or leave a review.
Till next time.
Stay curious.
This Mother's Day, give a gift that is truly special, one that captures memories, preserves love, and lasts for generations.
With tellmail.ai, you can turn your cherished memories into a timeless keepsake. It's simple. Each call unlocks new chapters, bringing to life the moments, laughter, and wisdom that defines your family's history.
After every conversation, Mel carefully transcribes and edits the stories into beautifully written memoir chapters, which can be shared with your family.
These chapters can be compiled into a stunning hardcover book or a digital keepsake, ensuring that your family's legacy is never lost.
This Mother's Day, give more than just a gift. Give the magic of storytelling, a legacy that will be cherished for generations. Start today at tellmail.ai.